Hello everyone, it's JKB Crochets. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be taking you through this halter top, the one you've seen on my thumbnail. So let's get straight to the tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Anything you want to understand, please put it in the comment section. I'll be ready to attend to you. So for this tutorial I'll be using a 3mm hook, a pair of scissors, a tape, and yarn. For the yarn, I'll be doubling my strands to achieve a middleweight yarn. But if you have a middleweight, well and good, don't double it, just use a single strand if you have a middleweight. But if you don't like me, double your strands. If you have a lightweight, double your strands. So let's get through the tutorial. For the tutorial, we shall start with the granny squares. It's supposed to be a total of 4 squares. So first we have to make a slip knot. Let me make it beginner friendly. Make a slip knot. Then chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then pull this. So we are supposed to have 6 chains for now. Yarn over. Go into the first chain you made. So count up to 6 from here, from the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here it is. Go into this very first chain and place a double crochet, yarn over. Place a double crochet. I made it so tight. Here I've inserted it. Then make a double crochet. Then chain 1. Make another double crochet in this very place where you've placed the double crochet, in that very first chain. This one here. Make another double crochet. Chain 1. Make another double crochet in that very space, in this space here down at the tip. Chain 1. Make another double crochet in that very space. So far we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 double crochets. We are supposed to have a total of 12 double crochets. So let's do that. Chain 1 in that very place. Chain 1, a double crochet. Chain 1, place a double crochet. Chain 1, place another double crochet. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Chain 1, place another double crochet. Chain 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Chain 1 and place one more double crochet. So we are done with the 12 double crochets. So the first row is almost done, but before we finish it we must join the other yarn. My next yarn is going to be color brown. If you want to change a color, please go ahead. I'll get my brown yarn. So before you chain 1 to connect here, you get this brown yarn. Get this brown yarn. Get it below the pink yarn. Then make a knot. This is how I'm going to be joining in this tutorial. I'll be joining my yarn like this. So tie this, take this through this, make a knot, a usual knot. So when you're now knotting, make sure you don't, make sure you don't over tighten it up. I've not tightened it. So that way we shall be able to pull it down to the base here, down to the base of the pink double crochet. So when it reaches there, here next to the hook, when it reaches there, we tighten up, we pull here, and also the one on our finger, we pull to tighten it. Now here it's secure. So now here it's secure. So we are going to be dropping the pink yarn. In fact, get a scissor and cut like 1.5 inch or 2. Cut. Get this brown yarn, chain 1. After chaining 1, pull this loop, go on top of this double crochet, the one we began with. Go on top of that double crochet and take your hook through it. After taking your hook through the first double crochet, rather stitch, getting your yarn through it, you're going to have to chain 3. So we are going to be doing 2 double crochets together. Chain 3, yarn over, make another double crochet in this chain space here, in this space. We're not going to be doing the 2 double crochets together for the first cluster. So after chain 3, go to this next chain space, then chain 3, yarn over. So you have to be very careful with this step. Yarn over, go into this space, pull through. You have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through the first 2. You have 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over again, go into this space again, insert, pull through. You have 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through the first 2. You have 3 loops on your hook. Then after, you're going to have to yarn over and pull through all. So we are done with 2 clusters so far. Chain 3, and you're going to be doing this throughout the whole round. Chain 3, yarn over, insert into the next chain space, this space, yarn over, insert. You have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pass through 2. You have 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pass, go into the next, that same chain space, pull through. Yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops. You have 3. Yarn over, pull through all. Chain 3. Let me show you one more time. Yarn over, go into the chain 1 space, pull through, yarn over, pass through 2. You have 2 loops. Yarn over, insert, yarn over, then pull through the first 2 loops, then all loops. Chain 3. So let me do this again. I'll do it again throughout. So I'm nearing the end. We are supposed to have a total of 12 clusters. We have so far 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're on our 11th. Let me connect my yarn. So I'll meet you when you're done with our 12th cluster. So we're done with our 12th cluster. So after that we shall chain 3. After chaining the 3, pull this loop, go to the first stitch here, the first stitch on the top, find the loop and pull through. So that, my friends, is how we get done with the row. So next we are going to be attaching our yarn, our cream yarn. So for attaching our yarn, we get our next yarn. Those changing a color, there are those who just want everything plain. Get the yarn, put it under here, make a knot. Now after making the knot, don't make it so tight. After, scroll it down, take it down, push it down until it reaches where next to the circle. After reaching down, tighten it so that it doesn't get out. After tightening it, forget this brown yarn, in fact cut it off. Since we are switching, cut it off. Get this cream yarn and make a single crochet, chain 1, go to on top of this next stitch here, this next stitch, this double crochet on top, make a slip stitch, after the slip stitch we are going to have to single crochet in this next chain 3 space. So single crochet in this next chain 3 space. After single crocheting, you're going to have to chain 3. Chaining 3 in this next space, we are going to place a single crochet. After placing a single crochet, we are going to go into this next. You know, we are supposed to have a granny square. So to have a granny square, it must have 4 corners. So for that case, we shall yarn over, place 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. After that, we shall have to chain 3. Make sure you extend these ones to each other, you compress them, yarn over, add more 5 double crochets in this very space. One, 2, 3, 4, and our last one, 5. So you can see the corner is coming out. So after that, to the next chain 3 space, you are going to place 1 single crochet, go directly into it, the single crochet. Then after chain 3, go into this next chain 3 space with a single crochet. After that, this we're going to make another corner, yarn over, going directly with 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Chain 3 more, compress, yarn over, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can see this side of the granny square is done. So in this next one, we're going to have to chain 1. This next one, chain 3 and place a single crochet. In this next one, we are going to create another corner. Yarn over, go directly into it with 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After, compress, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, yarn over, double crochets, 5 of them, 3, 4, and 5. We are done with our other corner. So you can see the box coming out, the shape coming out, the square rather. So after, go here straight with a single crochet, chain 3, go into the next one with a single crochet, single crochet. After, yarn over, place a corner here, 5 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chain 3 more, 3 chains, then compress, then place 5 more double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this, my friends, is how we make this this granny square. So to close off, to fasten off, make this loop long, turn your work, go here in this space. Can you see this space? This space here, get the loop and pass it through. After passing it through, chain 1 and pull through, then fasten off. Ta-da! Our granny square is done. So we are going to need a total of 4 granny squares, but we have to connect them onto each other. We have to pack them onto each other. So you don't just pack them when they are done. You have to connect them using on this cream, So what you have to do these 3 more times, pink and brown 3 more times, these first 2 rows 3 more times, and I'll meet you there. And I'll show you how to connect this onto the next one. Don't do this 3rd row. Let me meet you there. So I'm back and I've already connected my cream yarn. I already showed you how to connect that. After that, slip stitch in this next stitch. So after that, place a single crochet in this chain 3 space. After chain 3, place a single crochet in the next stitch, in the next chain space. Yarn over, do the 5 double crochets. So we are on the corner. Do the 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. After doing the 5 double crochets, chain 1. Then on your second one, that's when you're going to connect this other motif here. So go onto the right side, don't forget, this is also our right side. Go onto the right side, so find this other motif like this. This is my wrong side, this is my right side. So I've done it like this, turned it like this. So chain one, I've already chained one. Go into this space, the corner here, the chain 3 space, insert your hook, pull through and make a single crochet. So I've placed my second chain there. After, chain my last one. After that, after chaining my last one, come back to this space where you place your 5 double crochets and place 5 more double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. After there, go into the next place and place a single crochet in this next space. Place a single crochet. After the single crochet, chain, we have to chain 3 as the next step. Instead, we're going to have to chain 1. Then the second one, we are going to place it onto this other motif. So turn your work, go here in this chain 3 space which we created, place one single crochet, go through, place 1 single crochet. So come back here, no, chain 1. So we're done with our 3 single crochets. After, you go here and you place your single crochet. After placing a single crochet here, yarn over and place 5 double crochets in the next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 double crochets, chain 1, then the second single crochet, chain at the rather, we are going to make it into a single crochet through connecting on this motif. Insert your hook, pull through, single crochet, then our third chain. So you can see this is how we connect it onto the other motif rather, granny, both work. So compress and add 5 more double crochets. I'm done with my 5 double crochets. So after my 5 double crochets, I will single crochet into the next. Chain 3 space, chain 3. So here we're going to continue as normal until we reach the next motif to connect it. Chain 3, place a single crochet, then place a corner here, yarn over, place 5 double crochets, 5 double crochets, chain 1. So we're going to be attaching another completed square. So I completed mine here, it's here, chain 1, get another corner, single crochet into the corner, chain another, make another chain. After that, we are going to place our 5 double crochets into the same space. We're going to complete our 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Please don't forget to subscribe. After the 5 double crochet, single crochet in this next space, place a single crochet. After the single crochet, chain 1, then the second one, find this other motif, place your hook into. After, go into this space where, so after we've placed place a single crochet here after complete the 3 chains. 1, that is the 3rd chain. Next we are going to we're going to go with our single crochet. Here we're going to place a corner, yarn over, place 5 double crochets, chain 1, the 2nd, go to the next corner here, insert, make a single crochet, chain another 3rd chain, yarn over and make 5 more double crochets. After our double crochets, increase this loop, turn our work, go here in this chain 3 space, insert our hook and pull through, chain 1 and cut. Pull through fast enough. So this is our work so far. 3 double, we've made 3 granny squares. So what you're going to do for the last one, for the last motif, you're going to do the same thing we did on this one. Do two rows, the pink one and the brown one, then come and start connecting it. If you forgot how I did it, you can rewind the video and you see how I did it here. So I'll meet you when you have 4 of these motifs. Back, and I'm done with my design. This is the design we're going to place in the middle. So next we're going to work on the body, the brown part. Next part, we're going to work on our body. I'll be using brown yarn for my body. So you're going to make a slip knot, chain 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. We have our 40 chain here. We're going to add 3 more chains. 1, 2, 3. After the 3 chains, we're going to place a double crochet in the 4th chain from the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here it is. Place a double crochet in that 4th chain. Now we have 2 double crochets. So you're going to be placing a double crochet in each of these stitches across till you reach the very end. Place 1 double crochet. Don't forget to subscribe to JKB Crochets, this channel. Yes. So let me meet you when you're done with the entire row, when you're here at the end. And if you're to count through, I have a total of 41 stitches from this very first one where I started from to this very last one where I am. So this side we're going to be reducing. We're going to be working on a panel whereby this side it's slanting and this side it's straight. Let me show you an example of that. Here I already worked my panel. I already worked on my panel, you can see it. This side is slanting because I was reducing every other row, and this side is straight because I wasn't doing anything. I was just keeping it straight, the straight side and the slanting side. So let me show you how we're going to be doing that. Here is my work. So we're going to start reducing. I'm going to use the easiest method to reduce. Chain 3, turn your work, yarn over. You're going to skip this next stitch. Don't work anything into that next stitch, but in the third stitch place a double crochet, and I'll be working in the back loop, not in the stitch. You know, this is the stitch on top of the stitch here, going straight like that, but instead I'll turn my work like this to look at this edge, the tip, yarn over. You see that V up there, that V, this V. So I'll go into this other side of the V here, this back loop. That's what we call a back loop. This side is the front loop and this one is the back loop. I'll be going in the back loop and placing a double crochet. So I've skipped one double crochet and I've worked in the third double crochet. Yarn over, go into the next back loop and place a double crochet. Next back loop, place a double crochet, and I'll be doing that until I reach the end here, and I'll show you how to keep this side straight. You know, some people do this but their work doesn't turn out to be straight. Let me meet you there. So I've reached my third last stitch. I've already placed there a stitch. You can termine with 2 more stitches, this one and that one, that next one. So we're going to yarn over, place a double crochet on this loop. So I remain with 1 more. For the last ones, to keep it very straight, I'll be working in the stitch itself, on the top of the stitch itself, on top of the stitch itself, like that, for only the last loops, the last stitches, I mean, not in the loop but in the stitch. So chain 3, turn your work, in this second stitch, on top of that second stitch, on the loop, place a double crochet, yarn over, go to the next back loop, place a double crochet, to the next. I prefer using back loops because they make your work appear neater than when you use the usual, than when you are working on top of the stitch like this. Instead I use the back loop. Back loops make work appear neater. You should try using them usually. So go on placing a stitch, the back loop, I'm based in Uganda, those who are asking, and right now we are having a very strong second wave of this coronavirus. It's very strong. Please keep safe wherever you are. So let me meet you here and I'll show you again how we reduce before the second last stitch. Here I've already worked in the third last stitch, so you can see you remain with 2 more stitches to end of our row. What you're going to do, we're going to skip this next stitch. You won't work anything into the next stitch, but on top of this last, into that stitch, we work a double crochet. So this side basically it's just skipping a stitch and going into the other stitch with a double crochet. That's how we reduce. Chain 3, turn your work. Even when you're turning, skip a stitch, work into the other loop, the third stitch loop. So you can see there is always that small hole that's created when we skip a stitch. So go on placing a double crochet into this
small loops. Let me know if this tutorial was good enough for you. If you tried it on, don't forget to tag me in case you post it on your Instagram. I would really like to see what you guys have made. Let me know in the comment section if this video was filmed well. This is my second time to film a YouTube tutorial. Let me know what I should improve on. Hope my light is good enough and my voice. So let me meet you at the second last stitch, and I'll show you how again to keep this side straight, because many people make mistakes on this side. They forget the last stitch to work into that last stitch, and they end up with their work being unbalanced. I also want to show you one more time how we reduce. I've reached my third last stitch and I've placed the double crochet on top of it. So I have 2 more stitches remaining. That means I should work 2 more stitches on top of those 2 stitches remaining. So in that back loop, place a double crochet, 1 more stitch remaining. I said in the last ones, I work in the stitch itself on top of that stitch. Only the last ones, just to keep a very straight work. Chain 3, turn your work on the second stitch there, on top of this stitch. Place a double crochet in that back loop. So go on working double crochet on top of the back loop, and I'll meet you one more time to show you how to reduce, just one more time, and I let you continue on your own. I've reached on top of my third last stitch, so next what I'll be doing, I'll be yarning over, skip this next stitch, work on top of the last stitch, place a double crochet, chain 3, turn your work, skip the next stitch, work into the third stitch, that back loop, place a double crochet, continue with your double crochets into each back loop. So it's very easy to do this, very, very easy. So as you can see, this side it's straight, this side is straight, and this side has started to slant. You see? It has started to make a slope, this side. So we shall be doing this. I want us to have a total of 28 rows. I want us to have a total of 28 rows. Let me meet you when you have 28 rows already. My work, as you can see, don't cut your yarn. Please don't cut your yarn, because you're going to be using it to join it onto the motif. So this is my front side. You can see. Hope that makes sense now. This is how we shall be attaching our pieces. This is the top side, this is the back side, and this is the edge. So we shall start with connecting this. So you get to the back side. This is my back side, and we attach it onto this other side. This is the front side. Close it onto this, attach it like this. This is the back side. This panel can be any side because the sides look the same. So here where you left off, you attach it to this corner, this corner here. You make a single crochet, or rather slip stitch. After the slip stitch, go into this very first double crochet here. connect it onto this other stitch, the first stitch here, the second stitch or rather, and make a single crochet. I'll be using single crochets. Go into this very double crochet where you've just made the slip stitch. Go into that double crochet, attach it onto this other the next stitch, and make a single crochet. Go into the next row. You can see the second row. Now into that double crochet. Go to the next stitch here. Make a single crochet. Go into that very double crochet in this row. Attach it to this other next stitch. Make a double crochet. Make a single crochet. So that's what we shall be doing. We shall be working twice into the double crochet on each row, twice. But this side we shall be working once in each stitch. So let me take you through the third one. Go into this double crochet row, go to the next stitch here, make a single crochet. Into that very double crochet, go to the next stitch here on this cream, make a single crochet. Next row, this is what we shall be doing to connect our brown to the granny squares. So let me meet you when you're done connecting this one, and I'll help you begin to connect the other panel. Let me meet you there. I've neatly sewn this up and it's very tight. There is no way it can move. Even that person has a big bust, it can't move. That's why I preferred using double crochets instead of single crochets. So we're going to connect the other panel, this panel. So we're going to connect this panel onto the motif. Turn your work. This is the straight side. The straight side should be the one being connected to this side. So attach your yarn here. Attach your yarn. Chain one. Go on to the motif, the back side, into this space and place a single crochet. Oops. After, go into that this very double crochet space and onto this side the next stitch and make a single crochet. To the next one, into the next stitch, make a single crochet. In this very row, to the next stitch, make a single crochet. So it's basically the same thing we did the other side. We're just mirroring it to this side. Continue until you reach the down side, and I'll meet you there and we start working on the lining of our work. We attach the straps and we get done. Let me meet you when you're done. This is my piece. This is the back side. This is the front side. You can see the seam looks nice on the top. So we're going to I'll be using the cream yarn to make my edging, even down here the edging, even the side the edging, even the top the edging, even the straps. I'll be using maroon cream. I don't know why I'm stuck with maroon, but cream. So let me get my yarn. Now we're going to start working on our edging. So turn your work to the wrong side, attach your yarn to this very corner here, touch your yarn, make a chain one, go to the next stitch, place, I'm going to try to whip this in, place a single crochet on top of the next stitch. Place a single crochet to the next stitch. Place a single crochet to the next stitch. Single crochet to the next stitch. So you'll be working single crochets on top of these double crochet stitches till you reach the other end here, and we shall make our string. Let me meet you there. When you reach on this motif, this side, you place one single crochet as well on top. So I've reached here. I've placed my single crochet in the second last stitch, and I'll go here in the last stitch, here in this space, go into that space, make a single crochet. Now we're going to be chaining 350 chains. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. When we reach our very last, we shall be coming back with slip stitches so that our strand is really so tight and firm and it can't move. So let me meet you when you're done with the 150 chains. I'm done with my 300 chains. I had said 350, but then I realized that 350 would be too long, so I did 300 instead. So we're going to be slip stitching, and to slip stitch you go to the next stitch, here, you pass through your yarn over, then just pass through your yarn, next stitch, yarn over, next stitch, yarn over, pull through, next stitch, yarn over, pull through. That's how we shall be slip stitching until we reach the bottom of our string. Slip stitching makes the string more firm.
Then I walk down to the street. I make noises at home. Then I walk down to the store there.
You can see I'm done with my 300 chain. I came back slip stitching, so I'm going to start working on the picots. What you're going to do, after your last slip stitch, go to the next stitch and make a single crochet. I'm working on this side first. Go to the next stitch, make a single crochet. Go to this next stitch. This is where we're going to work the picot. Make a single crochet. After chain 3. After the chain 3, most people go into this first chain to make a picot, to slip stitch and make a picot, but for my case that's not what I do. Those who have watched my first video, you saw how I made my beautiful picots. I prefer when we slip stitch here at this base in this single crochet we've made. You see here, make a slip stitch. After, go to the next stitch, make a single crochet. Go to the next stitch, make a single crochet. Then go to this other stitch, make a single crochet, chain 3. Go here where I've shown you, where I'll be working my picots. I'll be slip stitching to make a picot. Slip stitch. Go to the next, make a single crochet. Next, single crochet. Next, single crochet. Chain 3. Make a slip stitch at the bottom. So that's how I'll be working my picot all around the entire project. 1 single crochet, 2 single crochets, 3 single crochets, chain 3, make a slip stitch here in the single crochet, chain 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, single crochet. On the third single crochet you chain 3 and make a slip stitch. 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, 3 single crochet, chain 3, make a slip stitch at the base. These are our picots so far. They look good, don't they? Continue doing that. 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, 3 single crochet, 3 chains, and a slip stitch at the base. One, 2, 3, chain 3, slip stitch. So that will be that's what we shall be doing throughout the entire around the entire piece. You continue like this. When you reach this turn of changing to this other side, you chain 2, continue with your picots. Here do the same picots all around our work, picots. Even on top, when you reach here, picots until you chain 1 and cut. Then we shall weave in our ends. I'll meet you when I'm done with mine, and I'll show you how it looks like. I'm done with my halter top, and that's how it came out, the side, the front, and the back. That's how you tie the strings. Please like my video and subscribe. Bye.